I always say a couple is pregnant or a couple is not able to conceive. So I never say that a female is pregnant or a female is not able to conceive.
So a lot of people come to you that they're not able to conceive.
People are so career oriented, they're marrying late, they're having babies late, and age becomes a factor in patients like this.
What kind of things do you hear from your patients? Most common issues people come up with?
Common issues, well, I think young girls, adolescent girls nowadays, they are really struggling with the hormonal changes.
Generally 2-3 दिन घर का खाना खा लिया, एक दिन बाहर खा लिया, तो उससे कुछ ज्यादा फर्क नहीं पड़ता है।
तो फ्रिज में सब कुछ लोडेड है ना, परसों का बना हुआ वेजिटेबल ऑल्सो वी आर ईटिंग, एंड यू नो पता नहीं वो प्रेजर्वेटिव्स वाले कितने सारे फ्रोजन फूड्स वी आर लोडिंग अप आवर स्टमक, ये चीज, ये मेयोनेज़, एवरी लिटिल थिंग एक्चुअली मैटर्स एट द एंड ऑफ द डे।
ऑर्गेनिक और नॉन ऑर्गेनिक का कुछ फर्क है?
So that is beyond doubt, but that is not practically possible for most of us. And I think all of us, we have long working hours nowadays.
Stress हो रहा है, बाल झड़ जाएंगे, and that's it. They don't know it's killing them from the inside. And
see, if you tell somebody na avoid stress, हो पाता है.
Exactly.
And if you eat healthy,
yeah,
you'll feel less stressed because you're taking less toxins in your body. कभी भी पिज़्ज़ा खा के बहुत ज़्यादा नींद आती है.
right.
You get that. कुछ healthy खाओगे, सैलेड खाओगे, वैसे ही बड़ा खुश फील करोगे उस दिन. आज तो मैंने सैलेड खाया है. You're very happy rest of the day.
Womanhood is the epitome of strength and grace, लेकिन इनकी health and wellness जनरली इनकी busy life के बीच में कहीं पीछे छूट जाती है। और आज women health के इन्हीं important topics पे बात करने हमारे साथ आ रही हैं एक highly experienced and recognized doctor, Dr. Ashpi Alona.
Hi, Dr. Ashpi. Welcome to the podcast.
Hi Shiva, thank you so much.
How are you?
I'm good, absolutely.
All right. So, first of all, I just want to understand about you. Like, how long have you been practicing?
Well, it has been more than 10 years. It was way back in 2005 when I picked my MBBS in Medical College, Patiala. After that, I picked up MD Gynecology from Medical College 32 Chandigarh. After completing my post-graduation from 32, I joined my senior residency in PGI for 3 long years. After that, I got pregnant for quite some time, wanted to come on a little comfortable job. That is when I joined the Civil Hospital 45. I headed the gynae department there for a year or so. After that, something inside was telling me, no, I'm meant for a private practice. I don't want to be seeing the patients in just numbers. I want to be adding more quality to the way I see my patients, and I always wanted to be a private practitioner deep inside. So that is when I joined Healing Hospital, Sector 34 Chandigarh. I joined there as a senior consultant way back in 2018. I started my private practice from there. Over there I was for 1 long year. After that, I joined Suhana Hospital, Mohali for 5 long years. And still inside me looking like wanting to do a little more justice to my practice as a gynecologist. That is when I started my own daycare center, clinic cum daycare center as MedStar Healthcare, and that is where I'm heading as a director.
So, I mean, why gynecology?
Well, this is a very good question actually, Shiva. So basically, I grew up in a family where actually nobody was a doctor. So my sister was actually the first one in our family who took up medical studies, and she paved the path for me. So उन्होंने dentistry उठाया, she picked up dentistry, and then she got married to an orthopedician. So now I had my brother-in-law who I used to be looking up as my idol, kind of somebody, I could just, would always guide me in the right kind of a way. So Jiju always used to say, आप गायनी उठा लो. So I was just not knowing exactly. मतलब मुझे नहीं पता था कि क्या branch is better, which is not. But although we do get an insight in our MBBS with various branches, but frankly speaking, I was clueless around that time. मतलब कि चलो, मतलब I was very afraid of surgeries. So मुझे करना था कुछ ऐसा ब्रांच जिससे मुझे सर्जरी ना करना पड़े, something that is either I was interested in medicine or I was interested in derma. So those days derma was very much on my mind, but then out of somewhere Jiju said नहीं gynae करो. And I used to be blindly believing him. मतलब उस समय मैं खुद से मुझे लगता था मैं गलत डिसीजन ले सकती हूँ, but Jiju will take the right decision for me, and then I just picked up gynae. I joined medical college 32 and then I did my senior residency for PG and still I'm clueless, not knowing why gynae. Not knowing. I'm working day in and day out. I am doing my duties, I'm doing my job. I'm like, it is a very busy branch altogether. We are like totally sleepless for days and for nights. We're just working day in and day out. You're taking deliveries, you're doing seeing gynae surgeries. But again, kahin na kahin I was thinking that whether I'm meant to be a gynecologist, and वो कहते हैं with the flows. One day when I left my residencies and my training and then joined as a private practitioner, that is when I started developing a more closer contact with my patients. I used to be having more time, I could give more time to my patients. तो उस फेज के दौरान मुझे ऐसे लगा कि मेरी ट्रीटमेंट से पेशेंट ठीक हो रहे हैं एंड दे आर एबल टू लीड अ हेल्दियर लाइफ, their problems are getting solved, and that is when I felt that I could make a difference in their lives. तो उस समय मुझे लगा कि yes, exactly, I was always wanting to do this kind of a thing in my life. As a gynecologist, this is the best जरिया जिसको बोल सकते हैं, ये एक बेस्ट जरिया है मेरा to reach to the problems of female health, problems related to them, मतलब pregnancy related issues या नॉन प्रेगनेंसी रिलेटेड इश्यूज. तो मैं उन इश्यूज तक मुझे ऐसे लगा कि आई कुड एक्चुअली सॉल्व देयर प्रॉब्लम्स एंड आई कुड एक्चुअली मेक देम हेल्दियर. एंड नाउ दिस इज़ वेयर माई क्वेश्चन गॉट आंसर दैट येस, मुझे एक गायनेकोलॉजिस्ट बनना है बिकॉज via this career practice I can actually make a difference in females' life, and that is where I see myself rest of my life, and I'm so happy being a gynecologist today.
Right. It's always amazing, no? Just trying to understand ki now I also understand that I've started making a difference, and that's what makes it good.
Yeah, because that keeps motivating you. Every time you get good results, like कोई आपके पास आया है, उसको कंसीव करना है, वो सालों से, वो 10-15 सालों से ट्राई कर रहा है कंसीव करने के लिए. यू ट्राई टू लुक इनटू देयर केस, आपकी वजह से वो कंसीव कर लेता है एंड देन वन फाइन डे वो अपना बेबी घर लेकर जाता है आपकी वजह से. आई डोंट थिंक देयर कैन बी अ बिगर ड्राइविंग फोर्स देन दैट. मतलब उससे बड़ी ड्राइविंग फोर्स नहीं हो सकती. दैट ग्रेटिफिकेशन दैट यू गेट एट द एंड ऑफ द डे, दैट पीस दैट यू गेट एट द एंड ऑफ द डे, that is very very rewarding. But it's such a rewarding kind of career, I would like to say. Matlab, you deal with a high risk pregnancy, somebody who has undergone pregnancy failures, some recurrent pregnancy failures. वो बहुत उम्मीद के साथ आपके पास आता है, and one fine day if you are able to give a baby or the right kind of outcome to that particular patient, तो उससे अच्छा satisfying या rewarding शायद ही कुछ हो. मतलब that is basically the driving force that makes me run every single day. Patients do say, ma'am, कैसे आप इतना manage करते हो? And I'm just telling that there is some kick inside me that I get from from being able to solve the problems and from being able to give them the right kind of outcome.
Yeah, actually I was trying to come to this only. I mean, it gets very hectic, I'm sure.
Beyond doubt.
Exactly.
Beyond doubt. I never had so many dark circles.
Right. You don't now, so we say. But I mean, after, even if it's getting very hectic, I mean, when you actually get this, gratification of, seeing patients, seeing them happy, that, I mean, I'm sure that makes up for it.
Yeah, that exactly makes up for it, because I have long OPD hours, so I start seeing my patients from 9:30 in the morning till 2, and then I'm taking care of my admitted patients from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. and then I start my OPD hours again after 5 p.m. We wind up around 9:30 at the end of the day, and yes, we are tired at the end of the day. It's like a 24/7 job, and then you have midnight calls from the patients, and you have deliveries to attend at 2 a.m. in the night, or sometimes it is like 3 a.m. in the night, sometimes on a foggy day, sometimes on a rainy day when you are scared of moving out of the home, and I'm rushing to catch somebody's baby, or I'm rushing to tackle with some midnight emergency. I'm rushing to save somebody's life. And I'm coming back to the OPD again in the morning, 9:30. So it is really hectic. It is, but it is rewarding. The reward is way more than the hectic schedule I am in. So that reward is what keeps pushing me every single day.
That's absolutely amazing. I mean, great
sometimes
work.
I'm with sleepless nights for 3-4 consecutive days. I've not slept even I'm still sleepless right now. So, but then all this sleep deprivation, all this hard work, all this sweating, all this stress, all this adrenaline rush is all worth it at the end of the day, when somebody gets that kind of an outcome that somebody had always wanted to, or मतलब somebody जो जिस hope के साथ आया था, जब उसको वो reward मिल जाता है, then that is all you need at the end of the day.
I can only imagine, but it's like absolutely amazing what you guys are able to do and what you achieved, Abhita.
Thank you.
I mean, now let's actually talk about, so what kind of things do you hear from your patients? Like what are the most common issues people come up with?
Common issues, well, I think young girls, adolescent girls nowadays, they are really struggling with the hormonal changes. So
Right.
it is said that our genes are still the same, but our environment has actually changed. So environment, initially we used to be like on the toes, all of us used to be very much of physically active in previous years from now. मतलब हम लोग काफ़ी काम manually करते थे, but now that we have urbanized, now that things have changed down the lane, तो वो जितना urbanization हुआ, जितने हम mechanical हो गए, उतने ही हम sedentary हो गए, and this sedentary lifestyle has given lots and lots of hormonal issues for the young girls, for the reproductive age group women. So every now and then I see females coming to me, मैम period delay हो रहे हैं, मैम weight gain हो रहा है, acne हो रहा है, periods disturb हो रहे हैं. मतलब it is so common nowadays to be hearing irregular periods. This is all because of the sedentary lifestyle that we all have gotten used to. Swiggy, Zomato, मतलब not taking any names, but then मतलब all those ready to eat meals, frozen foods, lot of using lot of mobile phones. We are all stuck to the chair or stuck to our beds and watching TVs. मतलब बेसिकली वो जो फिजिकल काम, जो फिजिकल एक्टिविटी है, वो ऑलमोस्ट नील की तरह हो गया है, एंड वी आर ऑल leading a life full of stress, and this is all causing lot of hormonal changes.
I mean, lifestyle I could understand. So I have a lot of questions because I mean, food I can totally understand because your nutrition intake is messing your internal hormonal system.
Agree.
Because everything is now just order quickly, eat whatever, you have no idea what's
No idea what kind of food.
Right. So you mentioned mobile phones also are sort of a factor.
So factor in a sense, yeah, I'm not very sure about the radiation wala part, that is yet in the process of research, but beyond doubt we are all stuck to a particular, मतलब या तो हम चेयर पे बैठ के या बेड पे लेट के we just scrolling down our phone, not using our body at all. So basically
Right.
this is where I'm coming up. मतलब we have stopped using our body, using our brains much more, and we have stopped using our bodies. So what is it all going to lead us to? So this will all have bad repercussions beyond
So
doubt.
I mean the whole lifestyle, so including the diet and people not actually working out, not exercising at all.
Yeah.
And I mean, people right now, they don't even go for a walk.
Yeah.
And that's also, that comes like once in a week. For some, it doesn't even happen.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what do you think if people actually start, working on themselves? If they start eating healthy and if they start, actually exercising, working out and living a healthy lifestyle, are most of the problems, most of the common problems?
Beyond doubt, see, at least the hormonal issues will be answered. At least the hormonal issues, because ये जो hormonal वाली सारी problems है ना, they have all actually arisen because of the lifestyle. So at least lifestyle change करने से the hormonal issues causing irregular periods, at least वो वाला part answer हो जाएगा. Rest is beyond our control. You understand that? Other gynecological issues भी बहुत सारे हैं, right? But the major आजकल जो जिसको कहते हैं the major chunk in the OPD is basically the hormonal issues जो उसकी वजह से irregular periods हैं. Otherwise there will be lot of other gynecological problems that the patients will be walking into our OPD. पर मुझे ऐसे लगता है कि this is the major chunk and this can be taken care of. हमारे लाइफस्टाइल चेंज से एटलीस्ट हम ये वाला पार्ट जो है इसको कंट्रोल कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि जीन्स वी कैन नॉट चेंज. आवर जीन्स आर सेम, वी आर इनहेरिटिंग द सेम काइंड ऑफ जीन्स, बट वी आर नॉट लिविंग द सेम काइंड ऑफ लाइफस्टाइल दैट आवर एंसेस्टर्स यूज्ड टू बी लिविंग. समझ रहे हो? मतलब थिंग्स वर वेरी डिफरेंट, थिंग्स वर नॉट दैट रेडिली अवेलेबल. सो जितने मॉडर्न हुए उतना ही अपनी हेल्थ को हमने खराब कर दिया।
करेक्ट, आई मीन खाना क्या बन रहा है, you used to know
यस
क्या
यस,
बन रहा
अब तो
है,
फ्रिज में सब कुछ लोडेड है ना, परसों का बना हुआ वेजिटेबल ऑल्सो वी आर ईटिंग, एंड यू नो पता नहीं वो प्रेजर्वेटिव्स वाले कितने सारे फ्रोजन फूड्स वी आर लोडिंग अप आवर स्टमक, ये चीज़, ये मेयोनेज़, ये स्प्रेड एंड दैट स्प्रेड, लॉट ऑफ फैंसी थिंग्स वी कीप लोडिंग our fridge in, so this is all actually disturbing the health.
But people generally think कि I mean generally 2-3 दिन घर का खाना खा लिया, 1 दिन बाहर खा लिया, तो उससे कुछ ज़्यादा फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. Do you think that is also like bad, or I mean that can be done weekly outings और जो fast food वगैरह problem चल रहा है?
I think one cheat meal in a whole week is still acceptable, but then what is important is कि आप एक routine में या आपकी day to day life में how you are doing things. You get that? वो डे टू डे लाइफ ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है. हाँ ठीक है, वंस इन अ वाइल कभी यू इंडल्ज इन अ जंक फूड, दैट विल नॉट अफेक्ट योर हेल्थ मच, बट ऑन अ डे टू डे बेसिस आप सुबह उठ के क्या खा रहे हो, दोपहर को क्या खा रहे हो, कैसे खा रहे हो, कैसे उस फूड को बना रहे हो, कहाँ से ला रहे हो, सो एवरी लिटिल थिंग एक्चुअली मैटर्स एट द एंड ऑफ द डे.
Makes sense. And so organic और non organic का कुछ फर्क है? So if somebody is eating all organic foods and they're actually going out of their way to actually get organic food, make it themselves, so is that better या फिर normal घर का खाना भी?
नहीं, see, beyond doubt organic is beyond doubt better, Shiva. We all know the benefits of organic food, so that is beyond doubt, but that is not practically possible for most of us, and I think all of us have long working hours nowadays. Earlier it was a very perfect kind of a work and life balance. Now you used to be working for a few hours of the day and used to be coming back to family, spending some quality time with the family, and then after that giving some time to your health, going out for an evening workout or going out, but most of us, I think if I'm not wrong, most of us are working for 12 long hours nowadays. We are just working, we work, we sleep, and we go back to work, and this is I guess the harsh reality of the present scenario, which is really sad actually. So that ऑर्गेनिक फूड लाने वाला तो किसी के पास टाइम ही नहीं है, सो वी आर जस्ट इनफैक्ट खाना खाने का टाइम नहीं है फॉर मोस्ट ऑफ अस, एंड विच इज़ अ वेरी वेरी सैड सिनेरियो. तो वी वांट एवरीथिंग दैट इज रेडीली अवेलेबल, रेडी टू ईट स्टफ. तो
माइक्रोवेव किया और खा लिया.
हाँ, एंड देन क्या माइक्रोवेव ऑल्सो वी डोंट इवन हैव द टाइम टू लाइट अप द पैन एंड हीट द थिंग्स अप. सो हर चीज़ हमें मिल गई ऐसे चुटकी में, but what is it actually doing to our health? So it is actually destroying our health. तो ये जो long working hours की वजह से आपका नींद पूरा नहीं होता है, आप अपना लाइफ को बैलेंस नहीं कर पा रहे हो, आप अपनी most of the patients will female patients they come walking to me and they say that ma'am I am मैं उनको बोलूँगी आप 1 घंटा रोज एक्सरसाइज करा करो. The answer I get back is मैम हमारे पास टाइम नहीं होता. Ma'am, I go to my job at 8, I come back at 8, and I don't have time for my health. The very next thing I tell them is quit your job. A job that does not let you.
That hits you hard, right?
I actually say that just quit your job. A job that does not give you 1 hour or does not spare 1 hour for your health is not worth it.
Right.
You have to quit this job, and then. Many these techies, they're working in as per the UK US schedules, they're working in the nights, they go at 11, they come back at 2 AM. But what will you do for their hormones? आप कुछ भी नहीं कर सकते. You cannot do. They are उनको वो जॉब करनी है अपनी लिविंग के लिए, but at the end of the day the job is giving them hormonal issues and they are totally वो stressed out हैं. They are coming to me, मैम कोई मेडिसिन दे दो और हमारे पीरियड्स ठीक कर दो. मतलब what will that medicine do? How long can I give her a medicine to regulate the cycles? Ultimately that job profile which she is in is beyond anybody's imagination. 11 बजे जाके आप सुबह 3 बजे आ रहे हो और फिर आप अगले दिन 7 बजे जा रहे हो. मतलब दिस इज अ कंप्लीट disturbance of the hormonal milieu that God had actually wanted us to be in. तो उस hormonal milieu को तो हम set कर ही नहीं सकते. So this is a very sad state of things, I guess. तो लंबे लंबे ड्यूटी शेड्यूल्स हैं, उसमें हमारे पास वर्कआउट करने का टाइम नहीं है, खाना खाने का टाइम नहीं है, बनाने का तो चलो दूरी छोड़ दो, बनाने का तो है ही नहीं, खाना खाने का भी टाइम नहीं है. वी आर एंड उसके बाद भी हम कोई सेल्फ टाइम, कोई मी टाइम, कोई रिजुवनेशन टाइम वो तो है ही नहीं. वर्कआउट तो बहुत दूर की बातें हैं.
So,
and we are all sitting on the in front of the laptops at our job, है ना?
Exactly.
Hardly walking a step throughout the day.
exactly. And I mean, thoda bahut abhi workout, like, you know, taking a 10 minutes walk after, let's say, 2 hours or 3 hours, that also works, that also helps. Like, generally, itne hectic schedules hain, like you said, it's stress.
Mentally
it's,
also, not just sedentary, they're very mentally also very stressful.
Yes.
Most of us have big targets setting up, you know, ये target achieve करना है, तो वो mental stress तो वो आपको एक अच्छी नींद भी नहीं लेने देता है,
Right.
है ना? That way.
So, how important do you think is sleep when all of this is?
Sleep. See, if you are not taking a good night's sleep, again it will cause you anxiety, it will cause you mood swings, it will cause you this hormonal disturbances. So stress is the first reason that people have hormonal issues. Stress is the first reason that people are not able to conceive.
Right.
Stress is the first issue for so many other medical problems like diabetes, hypertension, metabolic problems, heart disease, right? So stress से तो बहुत कुछ होना है. Stress is another reason for peptic ulcers. मतलब stress basically affects your all your body systems.
Right.
Not just the gynecological part, the medical part, every body, the GI part, the stress will affect all your body's parts.
That's what people don't realize. I think people only, you know, consider it कि हाँ stress हो रहा है, बाल झड़ जाएंगे, and that's it. They don't know it's, you know, killing them from the inside. And
See, if you tell somebody na avoid stress, हो पाता है? It does not happen. Nobody can avoid stress. It's a very easily written but a very practically impossible kind of a thing that avoid stress.
right,
It is not easy to avoid stress. So what I put up to my patients is start exercising.
right.
Exercise will release some happy hormones, endorphins in our body, and those endorphins will cut down your stress.
I understand. That's pretty
Otherwise, you
nice.
cannot avoid stress.
Exactly.
And if you eat healthy,
Yeah.
you'll feel less stressed because you're taking less toxins in your body.
Right.
You're taking less toxins. कभी भी पिज़्ज़ा खा के बहुत ज़्यादा नींद आती है.
Yes.
Yeah, you are so much gastric, इतना आपका tummy upset हो जाता है that you're very upset after that.
Right.
You get that? कुछ healthy खाओगे, salad खाओगे, वैसे ही बड़ा खुश feel करोगे उस दिन. आज तो मैंने salad खाया है. You're very happy rest of the day.
Agreed.
So आप stress avoid नहीं कर सकते हो, but you can take some actions to avoid that stress. Those actions are your day-to-day routine. वो रूटीन में आपका क्या होना चाहिए? आपका एक्सरसाइज का टाइम होना चाहिए. उस रूटीन में आप यू शुड बी वेल हाइड्रेटेड. एटलीस्ट 4 liters ऑफ वाटर यू शुड बी टेकिंग एवरी डे. उस रूटीन में आप हेल्दी खाना, इफ नॉट ऑर्गेनिक, एटलीस्ट लेस ऑफ फैक्ट्री मेड एंड मोर ऑफ प्लांट बेस्ड डाइट्स आपको लेनी है. तो अ गुड डाइटरी रूटीन आपका होना चाहिए. यू शुड मेक श्योर दैट यू टेकिंग योर मील्स ऑन टाइम डिस्पाइट वॉट एवर योर वर्किंग शेड्यूल इज. एंड देन लास्टली, येस, काम करना है, बट काम करने नहीं आए थे, जीने आए थे. इसको हमेशा याद रखना है. एंड वी शुड create that perfect kind of a work and life balance. Take time for yourself, take time for your family, and do your work also. I'm not saying that, you know, work is secondary, work is beyond doubt primary, but we're working to make the second part of our life better. काम करना है 5 बजे तक, ताकि 5 बजे के बाद वाली लाइफ अच्छी जी सकें.
Right.
So सारा दिन काम करना है और जी ही नहीं रहे, then that does not make any sense.
I totally
altogether.
agree. I mean, people get so tied up in all of this that they don't understand, you know, the only thing that they're focusing on, वही खराब करेगा. Very interesting. I mean, the whole conversation is getting very interesting. So I want to now, you know, touch base on. So a lot of people come to you that you know, they're not able to conceive. So what do you think the main factors are? Is it the exact same thing that we just discussed, or I mean,
Exactly same thing. So most of the patients will say, मैडम सारे टेस्ट करा लिए, सारे इन्वेस्टिगेशंस करा लिए, 10-15 डॉक्टर को दिखा लिया, कुछ नहीं हो रहा है, कंसीव नहीं हो रहा है.
Right.
सारे टेस्ट मेरे नॉर्मल आते हैं. मोस्ट ऑफ द 10 में से 5 तो ऐसे ही आते हैं कि मेरे मैडम सारे टेस्ट ठीक आ रहे हैं लेकिन कंसीव नहीं हो रहा है. मैंने कहा फिर अब बताओ खा पी क्या रहे हो? इतना उन्होंने उठाया होता है बोझ, इतना रिपोर्टों का बोझ उठाया होता है, इतना स्ट्रेस है, इतना एंजाइटी है, इतना प्रेशर है इन लॉ साइड से, हस्बैंड की साइड से, हर तरफ से, सोसाइटी की तरफ से, कंसीव नहीं हो रहा है, बच्चा नहीं हो रहा है. सो अल्टीमेटली पहले तो वो आके रो देती है मेरे पास. यू गेट दैट? द मोमेंट आई विल आस्क हर कितने साल हो गए एंड क्या हो रहा है, क्या इशू है, पहले तो शी विल जस्ट burst out in tears. So that exactly tell us कि वो कितने stress में है. So even science quotes that 30-40% of the chunk of patients who are not able to conceive, जिनमें actually कोई real concern नहीं होता है, it is actually unexplained, which I believe is lifestyle oriented, stress related. So 30-40% तो जब वो de-stress होते हैं, they conceive. हमें मेहनत करनी पड़ती है उन 60% पे, जहाँ पे हमें कुछ सच में कोई ऑर्गेनिक प्रॉब्लम या कोई रियल इशू नज़र आता है. दैट इज़ वेयर एक्चुअली साइंस का रोल अराइज होता है. 30% तो बेसिकली स्ट्रेस की वजह से, पुअर लाइफस्टाइल की वजह से कंसीव नहीं कर पाते.
राइट, एंड इट आल्सो बिकम्स अ राउंड रॉबिन क्योंकि they are trying to conceive and they're trying to visit doctors and get it done, but वो भी नहीं हो रहा है.
Then they're spending money.
Exactly.
They're spending money. पैसे बिल्कुल नहीं होंगे, लेकिन they are willing to spend 2.5-3 लाख for an IVF.
And they're spending money, और ये पूरा, you know, it's a vicious circle because then it brings more stress. Yes, exactly. Sometimes, मतलब I remember a labor class person walking to me. We are willing to go to any extent for a baby, even if it amounts to somewhere around 4-5 lakh. We are all set, ma'am. We are ready to do anything and everything to have a baby. And I was just looking at him and saying, why don't you adopt a baby? If Right.
this is something that is happening, why don't you adopt a baby?
Right.
तो मतलब कहीं ना कहीं I don't know what exactly we are heading towards. So ये जो conceive नहीं कर पाते वाले couples हैं, basically we try to categorize them into two main parts. One is the female issues and second is the male issues.
Right.
तो female issues में सबसे पहले I always repeatedly I'm putting up, it is the hormonal issues. Then female issues में sometimes they may be having some thyroid problem. Thyroid के जैसे एक हार्मोन होता है prolactin हार्मोन, कई बार उसकी abnormality की वजह से कंसीव, कई बार फीमेल एनाटमी में कोई दिक्कत होती है जिसकी वजह से they're not able to conceive. कई बार फीमेल में कुछ फाइब्रॉइड्स वगैरह होते हैं जिसकी वजह से वो कंसीव नहीं कर पाती है, कुछ abnormal मस्कुलर ग्रोथ या टिश्यू ग्रोथ होती है जिसकी वजह से कंसीव नहीं कर पाते, या कई बार उसका जो ट्यूब्स होती हैं, फेलोपियन ट्यूब्स जिसको हम लोग बोलते हैं, तो वो फेलोपियन ट्यूब्स जो हैं वो ब्लॉक्ड होती हैं किसी पॉइंट पे जिस वजह से वो कंसीव नहीं कर पाती है. कई बार उसका ओवरी का कैपेसिटी टू कंसीव बहुत अच्छा नहीं होता है, बिकॉज आजकल वी नो दैट द लेट मैरिजेस आर हैपनिंग, दे आर पीपल आर सो करियर ओरिएंटेड, दे आर मैरिंग लेट, दे आर हैविंग बेबीज लेट एंड दे एज बिकम्स अ फैक्टर इन पेशेंट्स लाइक दिस. सो जैसे जैसे फीमेल का एज एडवांस होता रहता है, आपका ओवेरियन रिजर्व या जो आपका ओवेरियन बैंक है बेसिकली इट्स कंटिन्यूज टू डिक्रीज. तो जैसे जैसे अब 40+ पे मेरे पास पेशेंट आते हैं कि अब हमने कंसीव करने के बारे में सोच रहे हैं, एंड आई लुक एट देयर फेस, या 40+ पे अब सोच रहे हो कंसीव करने के बारे में. सो दिस इज द सैड सिनेरियो ऑफ डे टू डे लाइफ. अब उसमें अल्टीमेटली द आंसर विल बी IVF, बिकॉज अब अपना बैंक तो बचा नहीं है, फिर कहीं से डोनर एग लेना है, कहीं से किसी का एग लेना है, और किसी बाय हुक और क्रूक एक बेबी चाहिए. अब you understand the pressure and the stress in that case. Then there can be male factors also when there are some semen में कुछ ना कुछ, या तो sperms कम है या sperms मोटाइल नहीं है, या तो उस तरह के कोई सिनेरियो होता है, तो वहाँ पे भी कई बार कंसीव करने में दिक्कत आ जाती है. So it can be male factor or female factor both. So let us not answer it in a different tone. There are so many people thinking it's something उसमें लड़की में कमी है जो कंसीव नहीं हो पा रहा है. So it can be both sides. It can be both sides. I always put up in my OPD. I'm sorry I'm interrupting. I always say a couple is pregnant or a couple is not able to conceive. So I never say that a female is pregnant or a female is not able to conceive. I do not advocate a single visit from my pregnant patient if she does not walk in with her husband. So I feel that it is a couple who is pregnant, and it is a couple's problem if they are not able to conceive. It's not the female alone.
That's wonderful.
So it should.
I mean, this is the first time I've heard it, and I love this. So I mean, that's what I was coming on to next. That you know, a lot of couples would walk in, and कई बारी the problem is actually with you know, the
male part.
The male part. So have you ever encountered a sort of a couple or a case in which, you know, the woman was actually being I mean, सारा blame उन पे आ रहा था?
Not uncommon. It is very, very common. It's very, very common even today. Even in the well-educated scenarios, it is very, very common that it's like all eyes on her. The moment I'll put up lifestyle changes, it's like, नहीं ये तो ये खाती है, ये तो वो खाती है. When everybody in the house is actually eating the same kind of food, but then she's pointed out and you know the guy sitting besides will be all fat and all, you know, मतलब, but then no eyes on him, वो कुछ भी खा सकता है, and the female is supposed to eat right to get pregnant, which is not right actually, which is, तो अब मैंने एक चीज़ और change कर दी है, rather than giving all those lifestyle advices to just my females, I have made it कि you have to do it together. It has to be male and female both. It just does not just comply for the female. So
Which
it has
makes
to be.
total sense. I mean, when you think about it, it's 50-50, right? You come together, and that's how you know, life happens.
Yes.
But then people don't.
But बड़ी बार मैंने क्या देखा है शिवा, that when the issue is on the male side, everybody is very submissive and very controlled and very calm.
Exactly.
And when the issue is in the female, you understand the.
Yes.
I can see that attitude change most of the times. I can see that.
That's
मतलब
very sad.
even in today's scenario,
Yeah.
which is very weird. It is
Very weird and very sad. I mean, this is in 2024. I would imagine कि बहुत सारा population है that is already, you know, going towards an equality, you know, all of that sort educated.
India needs another few generations to change, I guess.
I mean,
Yeah, I can still see those change of expressions when I deliver a baby boy or a baby girl. That expression change, I'm still convincing a second girl child parents that, you know, don't be sad, don't be depressed. She's just a second girl child. I'm sure she'll rock it. I'm sure she'll bring lot of happiness to your lives. I still need to make these statements every now and then. And believe me, in good educated families, I still need to make this kind of statements. But this is yet the truth. I deal with this truth every day. I'm a second girl child myself, so I know how I have lived to that hatred initially.
Right.
From you know, everybody was consoling my mother every now and then, you know, you don't have a son, and you know, how is this going to sustain later on, who is going to take care of you later on. I have heard conversations like this, so I just can't take if anybody is, you know, sad at the birth of a second girl child. I can't accept that.
I mean, ये एक चीज है जो हमें, you know, as a community, as everybody coming together, we have to think about it, and this is one problem that we have to solve. I mean, अभी भी इस एज में भी इतने एजुकेशन के बाद भी
Actually, problem ये है कि there was a real difference in the generation, like हमारे grandparents वाली generation में there was a real difference in the sense that उन लोगों के थॉट प्रोसेस को हम अपने ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स को कन्विंस नहीं कर सकते दैट अ फीमेल एंड अ मेल इज इक्वल. कैन यू? नहीं कर सकते. लेकिन कहीं ना कहीं हमारे पेरेंट्स हैं वो थोड़े कंफ्यूज रहते हैं कि क्या ये सच है, क्या ऐसे भी हो सकता है. एंड आई थिंक इन आवर जनरेशन देयर इज नो सच जेंडर इनइक्वालिटी. हमारी जनरेशन में नहीं है, बट यू कैन नॉट चेंज द थॉट प्रोसेस ऑफ द जनरेशन बिफोर अस. तो अपने ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स की सोच को आप बदल नहीं सकते हो, आप कुछ भी कर लो, यू कैन नॉट चेंज बिकॉज दे हैव लिव्ड अ डिफरेंट एरा ऑल टुगेदर. जिस एरा में वो जिए हैं, उस एरा में एक्चुअली एक मेल और फीमेल में काफ़ी फ़र्क होता था. द फीमेल वॉज मेंट टू टेक केयर ऑफ द हाउस एंड द मेल वॉज द अर्निंग, यूज्ड टू वियर द अर्निंग पैंट्स. तो उसमें डिफरेंस था. हमारी पेरेंट्स जो है वो शायद एक ट्रांजिशन फेज में थे, and I think we people have to carry a better message to the next generation.
I agree. I mean, now that I see it that way, I totally agree. So generational gap is definitely there.
तो मुझे लगता है कि किसी के थॉट को चेंज नहीं करना है, किसी के भी we need to change our own thought process and we need to guide our future generations better.
Very interesting. So let's move on next to, you know, expecting mothers. So I mean, कुछ ऐसी चीजें होंगी जो बहुत कॉमन होती हैं उनके साथ, एंड यू नो, एंड बहुत आजकल तो मैं देख रहा हूँ. सो माय सिस्टर एक्चुअली बिकेम अ मदर वेरी रिसेंटली, एंड
Congratulations.
and that is like the only pregnancy I've ever seen. Okay, I was never closely involved, and my mother and my sister always had this, you know, feud going on because she had her own thoughts कि ऐसे नहीं होता है, you need to be chill about it. And my sister actually became very conscious. She used to take care of, I mean, look at everything, blood sugar tests 3 times a day, and I think, मतलब मुझे नहीं पता है, I just want to know from you कि वो थोड़ा ज़्यादा है या actually you need to take care
actually,
so much.
to be very frank, pregnancy is a natural process.
Right.
And birth is a natural process too. It's called a natural childbirth. So everything actually is गोइंग टू हैपन थ्रू नेचर और वो सब अच्छी ही होनी है। मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम्स इट्स गोइंग टू हैपन इन अ वेरी स्मूथ वे ओनली। सो अ गायनेक इज सपोज टू इंटरवीन ओनली व्हेन इट इज़ नीडेड। अब समझ लो। सो पुराने ज़माने में जब दाई डिलीवर करती थी तो बेसिकली everyone who used to deliver in a home used to become a obstetrician. Actually every house the confidence with which they will guide the junior one is the confidence of an obstetrician. So what I am trying to tell you कि actually सब कुछ अच्छा होना है, हम कहाँ बैठे, हमारा रोल वहाँ पे है कि कहीं अगर कुछ खराब हो रहा है तो हम उसको ठीक कर दें। You understand? हमारी आई उस चीज़ में रहती है कि कहीं कुछ गड़बड़ ना हो जाए, that we are there to take care of any mishap that might happen. Otherwise ये सारी चीज़ें नेचर बहुत अच्छे से खुद ही कर रही होती। We don't need to get paranoid. What I'm trying to tell you is, yes, some routine investigations are must. जैसे जैसे आप एक पर्टिकुलर गायनेकोलॉजिस्ट को फॉलो करते हो, उसने पर्टिकुलर जो आपको एडवाइस दी है उसको आप फॉलो करते रहो, वो सारी चीज़ों में चलते रहो, बट ओवर एंग्जाइटी या ओवर स्ट्रेस लेने की ज़रूरत नहीं है। बट एक पर्टिकुलर गायनेकोलॉजिस्ट को फॉलो करके अपने रूटीन इन्वेस्टिगेशंस टाइम टू टाइम कराने ज़रूरी है, फॉर अस टू बी मेकिंग श्योर दैट वी आर एबल टू टैकल विद सम पर्टिकुलर इशू इन टाइम बिफोर इट बिकम्स अ रियल कंसर्न फॉर अस एंड इट लैंड्स अप मतलब बिफोर वी लैंड अप इन सम काइंड ऑफ कॉम्प्लिकेशन, राइट। सो हमारा रोल वहाँ आता है, बिकॉज मैं सबको ये बोलती हूँ कि the only difference between an obstetrician and a trained dai is that a dai does not know when to intervene. Dai is just watching the nature to take its course. You understand that? An obstetrician knows when he or she is needed. And obstetricians know when to intervene. You get that? Get that? तो normally क्या होता है कि घर में सब सुन के आएंगे, नहीं जी हमने तो इतनी तारीख तक वेट करना है, हमारी तो ड्यू डेट तब तक ही है, हमने तो 10वें महीने तक पहुंचना है, हमारे बच्चे ऐसे हुए थे, हम ये भी ऐसे ही होंगे, हमने तो उस तारीख तक जाना है। तो दैट इज़ व्हेन आई ऑलवेज गेट इनटू पिक्चर दैट अगर आप एक दाई से कराते हो तो वो बिना डाउट आपकी आंखें बंद करके आपका ड्यू डेट तक वेट करेगी। बट एन ऑब्स्टेट्रिशियन, एज एन ऑब्स्टेट्रिशियन, जैसे ही हम कोई रिस्क एंटिसिपेट करते हैं, हम लोग ये देखते हैं कि इसका शुगर ज़्यादा है या इसका बीपी ज़्यादा है या इसके बच्चे इसके LFTs डिरेंज हो गए हैं या इसके बेबी का ग्रोथ इश्यूज़ हैं या इसके बच्चे के आसपास पानी कम है, दैट इज़ व्हेन एन ऑब्स्टेट्रिशियन टेक्स अ कॉल एंड डिसाइड्स टू इंड्यूस द लेबर पेन्स फॉर अ पर्टिकुलर पेशेंट।
I mean, so for new expecting mothers, what are the few things जो आपको लगता है अच्छा ये तो देखना ही है तुम्हें, this you have to take care of?
So what? हाँ, yes, very good question. So first of all, जब भी कोई new patient हमारे पास आते हैं, so it's important that we give her the right kind of supplements in the right time. So first trimester में शुरू हो जाता है folic acid. This is basically for the good neural tube development of the baby. Then it's important that as per the RDA requirements, हम उनका iron supplements, हम उनके calcium supplements, vitamin B12, vitamin D supplements, उसके protein supplements we are giving them time to time as per the RDA requirements or as per the need of the patient. तो ये तो बात हो गई medication की. Apart from that, it's important that we investigate them for the routine checkups, like routine hemoglobin checkup. HP कम हो गया तो दिक्कत आ जाएगी, routine urine checkup, ये सारी चीज़ें, उसके वायरल मार्कर्स ठीक हैं कि नहीं, वो HIV पॉजिटिव तो नहीं है, वो उसका कोई हेपेटाइटिस बी पॉजिटिव तो नहीं है, उसका थायराइड स्टेटस क्या है, उसका शुगर स्टेटस क्या है, एंड इट इज़ दीज आर द इम्पॉर्टेंट इन्वेस्टिगेशंस जो हमें हर ट्राइमेस्टर में करानी होती है। Apart from this, there are 5 important scans that are supposed to be done. First of all, it is your cardiac activity, धड़कन आया है कि नहीं. It's important that we know that the heartbeat is there before we move ahead. Number 2, this is the NT scan. NT scan helps us know regarding the genetic problem in the baby. So this is again an important ultrasound. Then the third important ultrasound is your level 2 ultrasound, जो कि basically बताता है कि बच्चे की बनावट, अंग, हाथ, पैर सब ठीक ठाक है या नहीं. And then another important ultrasound is your growth scan, and last is your Doppler scan. Doppler scan basically हमें ये बता देता है कि बच्चे को ब्लड सप्लाई ठीक जा रही है या नहीं. So these are basic things. तो ये बेसिक चीज़ें तो ज़रूर करानी है. We don't need to मतलब क्रिएट हैवॉक के मतलब प्रेगनेंसी होगी है तो पता नहीं अब क्या करना है, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. इट इज़ अ नेचुरल प्रोसेस, बट इट इज़ इम्पॉर्टेंट दैट वी कीप चेकिंग आउट द थिंग्स इन बिटवीन टू मेक श्योर दैट एवरीथिंग इज गोइंग आउट फाइन. एंड वी एज ऑब्स्टेट्रिशियन वी नो एग्जैक्टली व्हेन टू इंटरवीन. व्हाट कि अब ये हाई रिस्क जोन में आ गया है तो इसकी थोड़ी सी मॉनिटरिंग हमें एक्स्ट्रा करनी है. ये रूटीन रिस्क जोन में इसको हम रूटीन मॉनिटरिंग पे रख सकते हैं. सो थिंग्स लाइक दिस. तो इस तरह से सो नॉर्मली मतलब 90% प्रेगनेंसीज अनकॉम्प्लिकेटेड ही रहती हैं, उनमें एक्चुअली कुछ बहुत ज़्यादा एक्स्ट्रा करने की ज़रूरत नहीं होती।
राइट, एंड बहुत कुछ ना आई थिंक मिथ है या जस्ट सुपरस्टिशन है कि अच्छा ये खाना है, ये ऐसे करना है, ज़्यादा चलो मत, एंड you take rest, you don't have to work now, ऑफिस छोड़ना पड़ेगा, ऑफिस you can't go now that you're pregnant. So I mean, are these things actually important?
एक जो रूटीन प्रेगनेंसी है उसमें एक्चुअली व्हाट इज रिकमेंडेड इज कि जो भी आपका रूटीन लाइफस्टाइल है आप उसी को फॉलो करो। आई यूजुअली गाइड माई पेशेंट्स कि जो भी आप ऑलरेडी कर रहे हो, कि अगर आप जॉब कर रहे हो आप उसको कंटिन्यू रखो, या अगर आप कोई पर्टिकुलर चीज़ हर रोज़ करते हो प्लीज़ कंटिन्यू विद दैट। बट कुछ पेशेंट्स बीच में ऐसे होते हैं जिनमें वी आर एंटिसिपेटिंग द रिस्क ऑफ अबॉर्शन और वी आर एंटिसिपेटिंग द रिस्क ऑफ अ प्री टर्म डिलीवरी, या हम एंटिसिपेट कर रहे हैं कुछ भी रिस्क फैक्टर को, तो दैट इज़ व्हेन उन पेशेंट्स में हम लोग कई बार वी रिस्ट्रिक्ट देयर मूवमेंट अ लिटिल, बट इट इज़ नॉट रिक्वायर्ड फॉर ऑल द पेशेंट्स। सो वी विल एक्चुअली, हम उनमें पेशेंट्स को खुद पर्सनली एडवाइस करेंगे कि आपको प्लीज़ आप अपनी मूवमेंट थोड़ी सी रिस्ट्रिक्टेड रखें, समझ रहे हो। बट दैट डज नॉट मीन वी डू नॉट नाउ अ डेज एडवाइस टू एनी पेशेंट कि आप सिर्फ बेड पे लेटे रहो। सो स्ट्रिक्ट बेड रेस्ट इज नॉट एडवाइस टू एनी पेशेंट, क्योंकि प्रेगनेंसी जो है वो थोड़ी सी एक हाइपर जिसको कहते हैं कोएगुलेबल स्टेट होती है, जिसमें आपके ब्लड में क्लॉट्स वगैरह बन सकते हैं। सो कंप्लीट बेड रेस्ट इज नॉट एडवाइज टू एनी ऑफ द पेशेंट, बट येस restricted mobility is selectively advised to certain patients जिनमें हम कोई high risk factors identify करें।
Exactly. I mean ये भी बहुत हो गया है, so everybody wants a normal delivery, but again the lifestyle is so different, and खुद ही जो चीजें कर रहे हैं out of old knowledge या superstition या जो भी है family के pressure में, because women I see are being actually force fed कि नहीं तुम्हें तो खाना है, इतना खाना पड़ेगा and all that. So I mean ये सब चीजें मिला के at the end of it becomes very difficult for a normal delivery.
Yes, it is a big challenge altogether, especially when कोई BMI high BMI वाली पेशेंट हमारे पास आ जाती है जिसको हाइपरटेंशन भी है, जिसको लाइफस्टाइल इंड्यूस्ड डायबिटीज भी हो गया हुआ है, जो हाइपोथायराइड भी है, अब a big bulky female, short sturdy female wanting a normal delivery, तो कई बार it becomes a big challenge for us. But yes, if they are counseled from the very beginning regarding how they are supposed to eat, how they are supposed to exercise, what exercises are important, from which trimester they are supposed to exercise, अगर आप वो ट्यूनिंग उनकी 9 मंथ्स की शुरुआत से ही करना शुरू कर देते हो, कह लो प्री कंसेप्शनली शुरू कर देते हो। जैसे पेशेंट्स मेरे पास आते हैं तो इफ़ शी इज़ अ लिटिल हेफ्टी और अ लिटिल हर BMI इज़ हाई, सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल माई काउंसलिंग इसकी पहले आप अपना वेट लूज करो, देन प्लान योर प्रेगनेंसी। सो प्री कंसेप्शनली हम काफ़ी हद तक चीज़ों को ठीक कर सकते हैं। सो टुवर्ड्स लाइफस्टाइल चेंजेस, टुवर्ड्स वेट रिडक्शन, वो प्री कंसेप्शनली हम लोग शुरू कर देते हैं। थ्रू आउट द प्रेगनेंसी इन पेशेंट्स को हम डाइट, एक्सरसाइज, ये सारी चीज़ें हम बताते रहते हैं, व्हाट एग्जैक्टली शी सपोज टू ईट, हाउ शी इज़ सपोज टू डू थिंग्स सो दैट शी इज़ एबल टू हैव हर ड्रीम ऑफ अ नॉर्मल डिलीवरी सक्सेसफुली। So otherwise normal delivery देखो हो तो सकती है, but then that preparation has to be done from pre-pregnancy to throughout the pregnancy.
Right.
So
you have to be healthy, you have to eat healthy, and you have to be a little active for it to be actually feasible. Makes sense.
So आजकल normal delivery is actually an achievement.
Right.
Because our pelvis, our lifestyle is actually totally anti-normal delivery.
Yeah.
But still.
So I mean one more thing that people are always so pregnant women are always very very concerned about is stretch marks, and kuch aisa, is it actually avoidable? I mean,
so this is a really good question. So patients will come asking me, ma'am stretch marks ke liye kya lagaye? To be very frank, stretch marks correctable nahi hote.
Right.
Stretch marks are bound to happen in pregnancy because your tummy is increasing and your skin is stretching.
Right.
Your skin is stretching. तो वो तो होने ही है. But yes, you can avoid the formation of the stretch marks provided you're well hydrated, right? Provided you're eating good amount of protein in your diet.
Right.
क्योंकि वो stretching की वजह से dryness हो जाती है. If you moisturize your skin well, तो भी stretch marks कम होंगे. And rest is your own skin quality. The elastin, the collagen of your own skin, जिसका अच्छा है उसके कम पड़ेंगे, जिसका नहीं अच्छा है उसके ज़्यादा पड़ेंगे. You get that? So you can avoid the formation of these stretch marks, but you cannot erase these stretch marks. So nothing can erase these stretch marks. But yes, nowadays in the cosmetics we have a lot of lasers which can actually generate stem cell, generate newer cells there, and they can help us eliminate these stretch marks.
Very interesting. And is there कुछ ऐसे home remedies वगैरह हैं, you know, can you keep your skin extra hydrated?
So olive oil, coconut oil, they are all very good hydrants, and then lot of things in our herbs as well, in our nature as well, जो कि हमारे आयुर्वेदा में, हमारे नेचर में बहुत सारे ऐसे herbs भी हैं जिनसे मतलब with the help of them you can, you know, help they can help hydrate your skin, they can help moisturize your skin. So अगर आप initially ही ये वाले सारी चीजें follow करने लग जाओगे तो ultimately stretch marks कम पड़ेंगे.
Makes sense. So you have to start
a little more skin care is what is advocated during
and it's
pregnancy.
more of a prevention sort of a
Yes,
thing than
yes,
actually,
correctable.
fixing it.
Yes, yes,
Makes
yes.
sense. Makes sense. And okay, so we were earlier talking about normal deliveries and, you know, operations essentially. So is there, apart from the slow recovery होगा, इसके अलावा और कोई problems हैं जो generate हो सकते हैं फिर actually go for a surgery, or how is normal delivery, you know, why is it better?
Because it is normal. So normal delivery is better because this is how nature wanted it to happen, right? Nature ने ऐसे सोचा था कि ऐसे बच्चे पैदा होंगे. So a natural thing or a normal thing or a natural thing is beyond doubt better than anything that we have done. You understand that? जैसे breast milk is better than any kind of formulas that you can talk about.
Right.
So anything that nature has devised or has thought of will any day be better because it is a natural process. But I always tell to my patients that normal delivery होगा, but not at the cost of the mother or at the cost of the baby. At the end of the day, we want a healthy outcome maternally as well as for the baby. So maternal mortality rate, जब people used to be having home deliveries, जब लोग home deliveries कराते थे तो maternal mortality rate was somewhere around 30%. We've been able to bring it down to less than 5% in the present scenario, which is all thanks to the institutional deliveries. Now, why institutional deliveries? Because it is natural process can have its own hurdles. उसमें अपने problems हो सकते हैं. Maybe your pelvis is not good enough for the baby. Maybe the passages are way too tight and the baby is a little too big. So that is when a cesarean section is indicated. Or maybe baby passes meconium or poop. Baby poops in utero. मतलब uterus के अंदर अगर baby passes meconium, so this can be aspirated and this can cause an IUD. So that is where a cesarean is indicated. या अगर mother को कोई ऐसी problem है, she is bleeding profusely, which can cause her BP to crash and in turn which can cause a fetal demise also. That is where a cesarean is important. या कहीं पे अगर हम obstruction देख रहे हैं passage में, that is where a cesarean is indicated. So या बच्चे की धड़कन कम हो रही है. During the labor process, there is some loop around the neck of the baby which is tightening up, which is causing fetal distress. That is again where a cesarean is indicated. So cesarean is not a complication. I would like to add up for everyone, cesarean is not a complication. It is also a method or it is a way of delivering a baby when the normal delivery is seen to be hazardous for the baby or for the mother. So cesarean section is nothing but we just cut through the abdomen and we take the baby out when we are anticipating any concern via the normal delivery process.
Right. So, doctor, moving on to after the delivery, after
recovery,
like what are the things that women need, and are there specific कुछ nutrients and supplements हैं लेने चाहिए, and there is certain amount of rest they should take.
Again, we live in India and we know India is just surrounded and postpartum एक और ऐसा phase है when you encounter the superstitions and the myths in India. So many superstitions, so many myths, they keep, they are a big क्या बोलो, एक हमारे लिए एक big hurdle रहते हैं towards a female recovery. मतलब you have to fight against those family norms, those family traditions जो कि basically उनकी recovery होने ही नहीं देते. So क्या है कि it is important, पहले तो ये अब मैं चलो I'll take the myths aside, but what exactly is needed for a female is a good amount of rest. So first thing that I ask to all my females is please ask for help. आप सब कुछ नहीं कर पाओगे. You have to ask for help from your family, from your friends, from your partner. You have to ask for help so that you're able to make out some time for your sleep and so that you're able to take care of your baby also. So she is also a patient. For first 42 days, she is also a patient. Whether she has had a normal delivery or she has had a cesarean, she is also a patient. So she also needs care and so does the baby. So I usually tell that the family or the partner that you have to take care of my mother and the mother will take care of the baby. She'll take care of the baby completely. You don't have to worry about anything. But right now you have to take care of the mother because if she is healthy, she'll take care of the health of her baby beyond any doubt. So यही जो recovery है, I always tell to my patients, 9 months में जो changes आए, they'll not go back suddenly. वो रातों रात नहीं जाएंगी. They might take 9 long years to actually feel like normal. मतलब एक्चुअली 9 साल और लग सकते हैं पहले जैसा फील करने में. द pelvis will not feel like normal. It's not an easy process. Somebody has very well explained labor pains as like many bones fracturing together, right? So it's like so many bones fracture. That is how a labor pains feel. So female is totally devastated after a normal delivery process, but then she can recover faster provided she is well hydrated, she is taking a nutritious diet, she is taking adequate rest, she is taking adequate support from her family members, she is getting adequate care. And this and all, they'll all help with a quicker recovery for this patient. And रही बात normal की recovery और cesarean की recovery, as far as my experience say, they recover at an equal pace. Beyond out, normal वाले थोड़ा सा जल्दी recover कर जाता है, but even cesarean section patients also they do pretty well. मतलब if the cesarean section has undergone nicely and then the usually patients they are very good in the postpartum phase. They recover really fast.
What is this time period of recovery that we are looking at?
So the first it is 6 weeks actually, but then beyond out the complete recovery, the complete feeling of well-being and complete feeling of हमेशा जैसे जैसे आप feel करते हो, it can take 6-7 months.
Right. And बहुत सारे लोग ना after delivery very immediately start working out. Is that good for? I mean, they should be.
Workout तो नहीं, but beyond out Kegels exercises will help. So depend करता है. See, always take advice from your doctor. Your doctor will be your best guide. उसको पता है कि how the process was, कैसा delivery हुआ था, कैसा cesarean हुआ था, when exactly she can actually get back to her work. Quicker getting back to work is also not advised, but yes, from 6 weeks onwards, I start advocating back muscle exercises to them. I start advocating Kegels exercises to them. I start advocating stretching to them because this is all important for a good muscle strength. Most of them are really suffering bad from a severe backache, chronic backache. The backache is very very bad. कुछ तो pregnancy की वजह से, बची कुछ breastfeeding status की वजह से. Usually most of them are suffering from a severe backache. जिनकी normal delivery हुई होती है उनको तो मैं बहुत जल्दी advise करती हूँ कि आप back muscle strengthening exercises जब तक नहीं करोगे, जब तक आपकी back muscle strong नहीं होंगी, तब तक you're not able to get rid of this back pain, right? And then at the same time जो सिजेरियन वाले पेशेंट्स हैं उनके माइंड में ये बहुत बड़ा मिथ रहता है कि वो स्पाइनल के इंजेक्शन की वजह से अब बैक एक हो रहा है. सो पहले तो मुझे वो मिथ को क्लियर करना होता है कि इट इज़ नॉट बिकॉज ऑफ दैट इंजेक्शन. दिस इज़ नॉट समथिंग दैट सिजेरियन हैज़ गिवन यू. दिस इज़ बेसिकली बिकॉज ऑफ योर ब्रेस्ट फीडिंग पोस्चर. दिस इज़ बेसिकली बिकॉज ऑफ योर प्रेगनेंसी वेट पर से. So you have to ultimately exercise to make your back muscles stronger. तो as such कोई particular pinpoint करके कोई particular time period तो नहीं है, but it varies from patient to patient and it varies from various scenarios.
So, very interesting conversation, doctor. I've actually learned a lot. I didn't know anything about it. So, abhi one question again that's coming in my mind is that we were talking about labor pain. How bad it is. So menstrual pain is also something that every woman faces at some point in their life, and कुछ को बहुत ज़्यादा होता है, कुछ को नहीं होता है. So how can you actually make sure that it's not too much, और कुछ ऐसे are there things that they can do इसको कम करने के लिए?
So basically a normal menstrual cycle, Shiva, it should actually be slightly painful. Because जो painful cycles होते हैं, they are actually an assurance towards the ovulation has happened. So anovulatory cycles are painful, and we should have ovulatory cycles. In every cycle, a female should actually ovulate, right? So slightly painful cycles are acceptable, but if the pain is to an extent that you're needing frequent analgesics throughout the day, right? And if you are wanting, you have to go to a hospital to get an injection for that pain, that is when there is something somewhere is not right. Right, that is when you should see your gynecologist. You should try to look into the cause of that menstrual pain. Right, the most common cause for a menstrual cramp is actually endometriosis. It is a condition which is basically hormone generated. So इसमें क्या होता है, backflow of the menstrual blood होता है. So ये backflow की वजह से ये condition generate होती है जिसको हम लोग बोलते हैं endometriosis. So if you need to get yourself examined for endometriosis if you're having severe menstrual cramp. This is especially for the young girls, and then you'll be given treatment accordingly. Another reason for the menstrual cramps can be some fibroids. Sometimes these are overgrowth of uterine muscle. तो अगर कोई ऐसे fibroids हैं यूट्रस के अंदर तो उस पर भी आपको ट्रीटमेंट, मेडिकल ट्रीटमेंट या सर्जिकल ट्रीटमेंट्स ऑफर किए जाएंगे. या अगर आपको यूट्रस के अंदर कुछ फाइब्रॉइड पॉलिप जैसी चीज़ें, मतलब कोई फ्लैशी पॉलिप्स या फ्लैशी आउटग्रोथ्स हैं यूट्राइन कैविटी के अंदर, सो ये भी रीजंस हो सकते हैं मेंस्ट्रुअल क्रैम्प के. सो व्हेन एवर यू सी दैट द सिवियरिटी इज अवे मोर, दैट इज व्हेन यू शुड सी योर गायनेकोलॉजिस्ट. गायनेकोलॉजिस्ट पहले उसका कॉज ढूंढेगा और फिर कॉज को ट्रीट करेगा, एंड यू कैन स्लोली गेट रिड ऑफ दोस क्रैम्प्स.
I mean, thank you so much, doctor, for all the information that you gave us. I mean, this was enlightening to say the least. And I'm sure whoever is watching this, you know, it has been absolutely amazing. बहुत सारी चीजें सीखने को मिली, and I'm sure, you know, there's a lot more that people would, you know, want to know. So maybe we can have this conversation again sometime.
Surely, Shiva.
And
it was wonderful.
Yeah, same.
You were a wonderful host too.
Thank you. And I mean, that's about it. Let's hope we have this conversation again.
Surely.
Thank you so much again.
Thank you so much, Shiva.
For all this information.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.